Hello and welcome back to another episode of Word Wednesday. I'm your host, Paige Goodger, and as always, we have Bix Weir back in the office from his undisclosed location. Hi, Bix. How are you doing?
I'm good, Paige. You sent me the topic today. I was so excited. I couldn't contain myself. So I'm sure everybody will be very excited about this topic.
I am super excited. It has been a very requested topic with tons and tons of questions. So let's get right into it. So today's word is theta. So what is Theta? Theta Network is a blockchain-based content delivery platform that uses decentralized peer-to-peer technology. Although there is a crypto aspect involved with the Theta project, Theta views itself as a CDN or content delivery network. Content delivery networks are the backbone of the internet and are in charge of content delivery. Whether we know it or not, every one of us interacts with a CDN on a daily basis, whether we are reading articles on news sites, shopping online, watching YouTube videos, or pursuing social media feeds. Today's streaming infrastructure is inefficient and often prone to crappy, laggy, or buffering streams. I know I've experienced this. So Theta wants to address this problem and provide a solution that will hopefully become the world's first decentralized streaming network. Right now, content delivery networks deliver video content and streaming. These typically consist of very large centralized data centers scattered across the globe. The main problem with these is that they are not geographically close enough to many viewers, which leads to lower quality streaming. So Theta's answer to this is to create a peer-to-peer mesh network of users who share their bandwidth. The results should be a global network to either replace or supplement the existing CDN infrastructure. So Bix, how does that sound on Theta? Have you heard anything different?
That's the original intent, and I mean, even on the face of it, it sounds awesome. But there's all kinds of things because the blockchain is such a cool way to do it. The way they did it with validator nodes and guardian nodes, the speed beats Ethereum, and they're going to put smart contracts on Theta as well. So I think Theta will be the Internet 2.0, the new smart contract platform, and then 50 other things that they haven't even thought about. So I'm real excited about Theta.
So Bix, what is the difference between a validator node, a guardian node, and an edge node?
Right to the gist of it. There's the Theta blockchain. And the way the Theta blockchain works is there's, right now, I think there's 12 validator nodes. A validator node basically does all the mining, upfront mining. And there's only 12 to make it hell of faster. A lot faster than if thousands of nodes had to mine the same blocks. So you have your Theta nodes. And then because that's a problem, having very few validator nodes doing all the mining because of centralization and criminal activity and all that, they invented a way to check up on the validator nodes by using guardian nodes, which all of us can run one of those. And basically, it double checks what the validator nodes were doing, if they're doing it correctly or they're trying to cheat and steal somehow. Makes it a really, really fast blockchain. But the guardian nodes, which is us, anybody who's staking their tokens for a guardian, running a guardian node, we are the validators of the validator node. So we're the ones that say, okay, yeah, you did this transaction, but is it correct? So it's really robust way to do it. It keeps the blockchain really fast, the transactions really fast, which is great. And then you have the edge node, the edge, well, it's called an edge catcher, I believe. So the edge catcher is what you download onto your computer to do the actual sharing of your bandwidth. That's the guts of the, outside of the tokens, it's not really related to the tokens. That's what you do to share. And then if you do that, you earn a certain amount of Theta fuel for doing that. You don't need to own Theta at all. It's free to download on your computer. All you're going to do is share your bandwidth and earn Theta fuel for doing that. So it's really exciting, and it's a little complicated technically, but that's why there's a company behind it, not behind the blockchain, but behind the actual the whole way that the validator nodes and the guardian nodes and the edge catchers work together to create this system. There is a great company behind it. One of the founders, or one of the original consultants, was one of the guys who invented YouTube back in the day. So these guys know what they're doing. Samsung's in there, Sony's in there, a lot of really smart people in there, and they really do see it as a solution to a problem that could be really big in broadband streaming.
Yeah. So when I go into assessing things, I like to look at what problem does this thing solve and why is this thing being utilized right now in this specific moment in time. So Theta believes that there's an opportunity to use blockchain technology as a way to create a content delivery network and decentralized streaming platform. The intention is to establish a solution where users are incentivized to share their bandwidth and streaming resources with one another. This type of platform becomes even more prevalent as streaming services struggle to provide the necessary bandwidth to keep up with new technologies like 4K, 8K, VR streaming, and all of those new fun things that are coming out. Theta believes it can solve these types of challenges by optimizing their network so that it effectively reduces the round trip time of data while improving overall delivery quality. Plus, by using the platform, content providers can save money by reducing their overall bandwidth cost and creating a more effective delivery system. So on the Edge node, we all pay for broadband access and we're not using all of that all the time. And so Theta is utilizing the unused broadband and then rewarding people with Tfuel for access to that broadband, which helps the content delivery go faster, like we were talking about earlier. So cool. Such cool technology.
It's cool. It's really cool. And the real cool thing is that, and everybody asked me in the beginning, well, what's Tfuel used for? I mean, so what? I make Tfuel. Who cares? The big companies that want to use the Theta network and are currently paying normal CDNs, content delivery networks, they're going to use Theta Fuel to buy the Theta content delivery network. So basically, they're going to have, if they want to use the Theta protocol and the Theta platform, they have to pay with Theta Fuel. So that adds a certain amount of money that Theta Fuel will be in demand. And once it catches on, look out, because it's cheaper for these big guys like Netflix and YouTube's to use it, the Theta network, and they're going to just bid the price of the Theta Fuel up over time as they're like, holy crap, this actually works. So I'm real excited about that too.
Yeah, that was a big thing when I was doing my research, is that all of the content delivery networks right now, they have to pay so much to have that broadband streaming access for their users. And so this cuts back on their cost. And so obviously these big companies like Netflix, Google, etc., are going to want to jump on this bandwagon, because what company doesn't want to save money? So definitely be on the lookout. Let's dive a little bit deeper into the Theta tokens and Tfuel. So from what I understand, Theta is a dual currency system, and the Theta token is used for staking, securing, and governing the network. And then Tfuel is used to pay for individual operations like segment transactions and smart contract operations. So right now, the total supply of Theta tokens is 1 billion. And out of that billion, 708 million have been in circulating supply. And this equates to 71%. And the supply of Tfuel, there is a total of 5 billion Theta Fuel tokens. So how do Theta tokens work? Is this actually a cryptocurrency? How do Tfuel tokens work? And what's the benefit of having either of those in your possession?
Well, it's really cool. And this comes down to staking. To run a Guardian node or to run a Validator node, you have to stake your Theta tokens. And staking means you're just locking them up on your wallet. They stay on your wallet. You're just locking them up for an amount of time while you are running your Guardian node or your Validator node. And it's a way to incentivize those people to help to protect the entire network, because you earn Theta Fuel, those beautiful little Theta Fuel, by doing that, by locking up your tokens and running a node. Now, with the current situation of I think 700 million tokens, Theta tokens out there in circulation, a little over that. The interesting part is that over 500 million of those have been locked up and are currently staking and earning Theta Fuel. So it's one of those things, the more people will learn about it, the more people will want to earn Theta Fuel, knowing that, hey, you got YouTube and Netflix, all these companies are going to be bidding for Theta Fuel to use the system. So the more people be wanting to run a Guardian node, and which will lock up even more coins. And then you're like, okay, what will it cost people to buy Theta when, say, 70, 80, 90% of the tokens are already locked up and mining for Theta Fuel? There'll be a smaller and smaller supply of tokens, which means obviously in economics, the smaller the supply, the higher the value if it's still in demand. And these things will be majorly in demand as this all rolls out over time. It's really exciting. And for a cryptocurrency that a lot of people are saying, yeah, my cryptocurrency it's a currency. It doesn't do anything. This is a situation, and there's a few really good ones, situation where it's a necessary problem to solve, and Theta has enough foresight to say, we want to be the ones to solve this problem. It looks like they're doing it right now.
Yeah. And so Tfuel, this is kind of like, I don't know if you guys have seen the Tfuel logo, but it's like a flame, and it's kind of like gas you put in your car. So once you use it, it's burned up and it's permanently destroyed. So can you talk a little about how this allows Theta to maintain a healthy balance of Tfuel based on the demand for the token?
Sure. Well, the Tfuel isn't burned up until it's used in like a smart contract, and smart contracts are coming out, I think, the fourth quarter. And it's very similar to Ethereum, where you need some gas to run the Ethereum, and with Ethereum, they charge a lot. It takes forever now. But with Theta, yes, there's 5 billion coins that were originally made, and then there's a 5% inflation per year with the Tfuel token. So they'll continue to create Tfuel. With Theta, no, it's locked at 1 million forever. But with Tfuel, because they pay out Tfuel as a reward for those people participating, there's a 5% inflation factor where 5% are made every year, an extra 5%. But you're right, when the smart contracts kick in, every time you use some Theta, it's going to be burned, meaning disappeared. So that will lessen the supply available, and you get into the same thing. It depends how successful like the smart contract platform is. You could see a lot of Theta Fuel being burned, and then people say, oh my God, there's only 4 billion, 3 billion left. What are we going to do? So yeah, it's really exciting. And obviously supply and demand, the less supply there is and the more demand, you're talking a rise in price, which is what many investors are looking for in their cryptocurrency.
Yes. And you mentioned Ethereum earlier, and I think Ethereum can do 50 transactions per second, and the Theta network can do 1,000 transactions per second. So you guys can see how fast this is, how much more efficient and effective, and just overall easier this company is.
And also it's cheaper. So Ethereum, it costs a lot of money these days. In busy times, it costs a lot of money to make an Ethereum transfer. Theta is like thousandths, 10,000ths of a penny to do one transaction. It's amazing.
Yeah, so with the Tfuel, if you're constantly earning that's not necessarily going to be like a really good investment. That is, you're mining Tfuel to use the Theta network, correct?
You are. Some people will be doing that, but you can also, I mean, Theta Fuel trades on the exchanges just like Theta does.
Okay.
So a lot of these big players will have to bid. If they're not mining it, they're going to bid on the exchanges to buy Theta Fuel so that they can use the Theta network, because it is required that you use Theta Fuel to do transactions on the Theta network.
Okay, so that would be the benefit in mining or staking your Theta and running a Guardian node and earning that Tfuel, because people will eventually be bidding on that Tfuel and need that Tfuel. So the price of that will go up with demand.
This is not investment advice. it should go up with the 10. Yes, you are
It
correct.
should. It should.
And the interesting thing about the Theta and Theta Fuel relationship, when they were originally created, they were created at 5-to-1. So if you own Theta, there was an airdrop of 5 Theta Fuel tokens for every 1 Theta that you had. Currently, it's trading at about 40-to-1. So at some point, as people need this Theta Fuel to get onto the Theta network, some of the big guys, they're going to be bidding at least, I think, until it goes up to between 5 and 10-to-1, which right now with Theta Fuel at 40-to-1, that could be a way to look at, hey, I don't care what happens. All I know is that the relationship between Theta and Theta Fuel is kind of askew right now, mainly because not many people need Theta Fuel right now unless they're using the network. But at the moment that the big guys figure out, oh my God, this is cheaper and faster and the way to go, they'll be bidding on Theta Fuel. So it might be even a smart move to buy Theta Fuel as well as Theta right now.
Yeah, definitely. If people are going to be bidding on it later.
Yep.
So there's been a lot of talk about 5G recently. Does Theta solve the need for 5G, or does it need 5G to run properly and efficiently?
It is believed that the Theta protocol, implemented on thousands of devices, millions of devices, billions of devices, will help solve that. So I don't know if it will or not. I know it's a gigantic problem with the big telecommunications companies, the people who are implementing 5G. It'll be interesting how this all rolls out. I do not think there's any way we can stop 5G from being rolled out. We are moving into a high-tech future. It's kind of hard to stop that. But that requires massive amounts of bandwidth. Now, Samsung is one of the biggest investors in Theta, and they've already announced that they're going to be putting the Theta Edge node on all their appliances, or at least their TVs. But definitely on 5G, the biggest problem with 5G is not only the bandwidth, but what they call the backhaul. They're having a problem with the backhaul. With backhaul meaning if you want to watch a video, you need to send a signal back to Netflix and say, hey, I want to buy this video. And then they can stream. Basically, going one way, it's really easy. Going back to Netflix to say, hey, I want to pause and things like that. That's the hard part that they're struggling with. And I think Theta is really positioned well to do well on the backhaul. That's my inside guy said that. We'll find out. Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't know that was a step.
I didn't either.
Content delivery process.
Yeah. You got to send some kind of message back. And it's like swimming upstream on all this data is rushing at like 1,000,000 miles an hour, and you're a little guppy trying to swim upstream to tell Netflix, I want to buy another movie or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, so that'll help with that.
Hopefully.
So Bix, is there anything else you would like to tell everyone about Theta, or any important information that people need to know about Theta?
Yes. Yeah, you don't have to be a technical genius to run a Guardian node, stake your Theta, and earn Theta Fuel. On the road to Ruta, on the private road, I listed out a page of information that walks you through it step by step. And you can run your own on your computer, but most people don't want to do that. There's something called Gpool, which runs a Guardian node that you can piggyback off. And it's really, really fast. I mean, its uptime is like 100%. They have 7 different places where they run this Guardian node so that it's always up and running. And all you got to do is go over to their site, and I outlined this on the road to Ruta, and borrow their Guardian node summary is what it's called. And then if you have over 10,000 Theta in your wallet, you can stake and use their Guardian node to earn Theta Fuel. It's not dangerous at all, because you're not giving them your Theta. You're just borrowing their node to earn Theta Fuel. And it's I vetted these guys. I've talked to them, and they're the real deal. And it's something as long as you don't give up your Theta. Like I said, if you give anybody your crypto, you're screwed. But this is, by staking, you don't give anybody your crypto. Staking is a process where your cryptos are locked up on your own wallet. So when they're unlocked, they come back to your own wallet. So it's really exciting. You can learn how to do this at road2ruta.com in the private road section. We've done a ton of work on the private road as to Theta and what it is and how to profit from it. What it tells you how to do is, 1, how to get Theta, 2, how to store Theta, and 3, how to stake Theta. And that's all you need to know. And it's easy step-by-step instructions, and anybody can do it. And you don't have to be a technical genius. So definitely check that out.
Yeah. Do you talk about how to set up a G pool on there?
Gpool is a company that runs a Theta Guardian node that you can piggyback off of. Yes, I do show you how to get involved with Gpool and which way the best way to stake is. They have 2 choices: delegate and stake. It's a little confusing, but if you join the Road to Root, I'll walk you through that. I walk you through everything on this page, and yeah, it's really exciting. So definitely join the Road to Root.
Yes, go head over there right now. And a lot of you guys do ask questions about these specific things, and Bix has provided ample information about all of these things. So if you guys want that, head over to Rotaruta. It is all there.
Absolutely.
To give you some things to think about, the global video streaming market size was valued at $38.56 billion in 2018, $42.6 billion in 2019, and is projected to grow at a compounded annual growth rate of 20.4% from 2020 to 2027, and that is from Grandview Research and Business Wire. So the market size value in 2020 is marked at 50.1 billion, and the revenue forecast for 2027 is 184.2 billion. So right now, content delivery networks deliver video content and streaming, and these typically consist of very large centralized data centers scattered across the globe. And the main problem with these is that they are not geographically close enough. So Theta's answer is to create a peer-to-peer network of users to share their bandwidth, and this would result in a global network to either replace or supplement the existing CDN infrastructure. And from the numbers I just gave you, it's obviously a huge, huge growth market, and huge. And with right now the circumstances of COVID, we are needing video streaming and school and content faster and faster and at a larger rate. So this is only going to grow, and this isn't financial advice, but be on the lookout, do your research, and get in while you can.
Absolutely. And don't forget, start your Guardian node. You could be earning Theta Fuel. You can even, for free, download the Edge node catcher. Go to ThetaToken.org and you can download it and be making Theta Fuel for free.
Yes, yes. On the Road to Ruta Instagram, we have a very important announcement. We have almost reached 1,000 followers on Instagram. So first, thank you guys so much for your support and love and for following along on this awesome, crazy journey. And to celebrate you all, we are going to be doing a giveaway once we reach that 1,000 followers. So this giveaway will include 100 Theta and Theta Fuel loaded onto a paper wallet that will be sent directly to your doorstep. This will also include Bix's written article explaining how to buy, store, and stake Theta, and a Bix Weir hat. So all of you that have been typing in questions, yep, that's exactly what the hat will look like. You guys can also pick what color you want. And this is just an awesome opportunity for us to connect with you, for people who don't have the means or funds to buy a private road subscription. This is your chance to get some exclusive content all for free and to get some Theta Fuel, which is awesome. So we still need 61 people to go follow the Road to Ruta Instagram account until we can officially start the giveaway. So please go follow and turn on post notifications for @on.the.roadtoruta. And once we hit 1,000 followers, be on the lookout for a post that will tell you everything you need to do to qualify for the prizes. Don't worry, it's very easy and straightforward, super easy to follow. Anyone can do this, literally anybody. So everybody and anybody, please join this giveaway. I will also be announcing on YouTube when the giveaway officially starts, but you will need to go to the Instagram page to complete all of the steps to qualify for the prizes. So be on the lookout, go follow, have your friends follow, get us to 1,000 so that you could hopefully win that 100 Theta and Theta Fuel.
Sweet. And the
So,
hat.
yes, and a hat and some exclusive content giving you a peek into how to stake and how to do all those things. So thank you, Bix. We're going to wrap up there. And thank you all of you guys for joining and tuning in again. And I can't wait to see you guys next week. Take care.